Welcome back to the Jeremiah Show. My special guest this hour. It's been fascinating spending time with John Ross, president and founder of Laurel Canyon Live. If you're just joining us, where were you? But don't worry, go back and listen to the beginning. John, welcome back. What can fans expect when the artists collaborate with Laurel Canyon Live, and is anything possible?
I think what we basically become is a vehicle for them to reach their audience, and at this point in time, it'll be driven by artists. So if a particular artist of scale decides that they want to do that, they wants to work with us, they put that out with amongst their community, and then people will find it. And we basically the app itself is free. But it's a pay-per-view sort of situation, of which the artist, by the way, gets most of that revenue. And so the idea being is they would spread the word amongst their community, and then over time, people will sort of go to us to go and see what's on. But at this point in time, it's very much driven by the artist, and it's an artist engagement situation. We also can set up. Basically, part of the things we're doing in the future is sort of white labeling things, so we can actually create final destinations for artists. So it won't actually be under the banner of Laurel Canyon Live. It would be artist A, artist B, so they can literally have their own destinations on the internet that will do live concerts, previous concerts, any free material that they might find in the free world, but all at extremely high quality and extremely controlled. But yeah, so audience amplifier, going out to theaters. The idea is, when we did the Taylor Swift thing, for example, the mandate was to basically create the best seat in the house. So the cinematic experience was powerful, loud, engaging. And so that's basically what we want to do for motion pictures, so that you can have the same elevated experience that you might have had at the physical concert, in an environment with other folks with that same intensity and energy, which is exactly how the Taylor thing, as an example, was designed to work.
Mm. Well, and as far as the app, I can get it on my phone. I
Mhm.
can I, and you mentioned Apple TV, so it's also
Yes.
available on Apple TV. Is it? It didn't
Yes.
look when I went to the site. Laptops probably not yet, or is it available on every device, or
It's
is it rolling out in stages and various stages?
I mean, you could play it on a laptop, but the whole idea is, there are these iOS and tvOS devices that are actually very sophisticated. Your phone that you carry in your pocket actually has Dolby Vision, and Atmos built into it. Your laptop, not so much.
Mhm.
They're sort of designed for different experiences. But we are in Roku, we are in all the other devices out there, and by definition, because we have an iPad version of it, we actually are in the Apple Vision world, although we're going to optimize it so we truly get that whole three-dimensional space work thing happening here soon. But the website itself is purely a portal to take you into the app. The app is where all the heavy lifting is, and the reason for that is because there's a lot of things that we can guarantee quality of if you're inside the app environment. We can guarantee that you're being delivered the best image, as opposed to on a browser, for example, which is how you would experience it on a laptop. In the browser world, it's kind of the lowest common denominator. Once you build an app, you can
Mhm.
build it so that it looks great, it sounds great, whether that be on your Android device, your iOS device, your television, and then also a dedicated system that goes into theaters that does it with what they call JPEG XS, so a very, very high quality codec picture, and obviously the Atmos, which is intrinsic or useful in theaters.
John, I have a feeling you're not finished. You got anything on the horizon that you're excited about? Any area in your expertise?
I
You're
think,
not finished innovating, is what I mean.
yeah, no. There's this. It's not an app. It's not it. What it is, the system, right? It's the ability to basically capture media, manipulate media, and distribute media all at the same time. And so within that criteria, there's so many different ways that you could pull it in and pull at it. So there's lots of things you can do. Obviously, music is a great thing, just because artists have loyal fan base, and it's a great way to really experience it and really utilize that technology. But there's other things you could stream because we control the theater environment a little bit more carefully than let's say classic film distribution is done. You could even start streaming theatrical presentations. If indeed you want to sort of geo-fence certain films, because that particular demographic enjoy, that part of the world enjoys this kind of film, we can rapidly deploy it, and there's a lot of things that you can do once you have a partner like AWS, and that's capable of pushing huge amounts of chunks of data and getting it to people in a very dynamic way.
So this kind of goes back to the opening, and I didn't plan it this way, but it's your for me, film and music is immersive, and it becomes my world and my life, and I've lived a lot of my life in the theaters and in film and music and experiencing all those things, and you just have taken it to another level. And for those that are scared of AI and of these new, going into a virtual world, I think it just adds more experience to what we already have experienced. So there's no reason to be scared of it, right? There's embrace the creativity and the places that you can go in new ways. And thank you for innovating, John, and thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, everybody out there, have a great week. A fascinating talk with John Ross. He's the founder and the president of Laurel Canyon Live. Go to Laurel Canyon live.com or straight to the App Store. That's the way you're going to eventually go anyway, on the App Store or Google Play or Android, anywhere you can get this app. Laurel Canyon Live is the app, and it's going to change your life. John Ross, thank you so much. Listen more and communicate and evolve. Everybody have a great week.